Alright guys, welcome back. I think we might be ready to try flight. Let's try taking this bad boy up to Denver here from Sky Harbor. Let me just make sure that we're talking and transmitting and all that good stuff. So here we are at B25. It's the heavy gate here at Sky Harbor. And so being that there's no TOPCAT profile and all this good stuff, I kind of their dispatcher is external. I can't just go in, as far as I know, and set fuel manually in there. So I did it through the dispatcher to try to match the release fuel and payload to try to get to a ZFW. And from all purposes, for those of you guys in PFPX, it looks like the weights they use are 185 for adults and 25 on bags. So I kind of had to start the dispatch to get numbers. So my release fuel is going to be right around 333,785, and my planned zero fuel weight is going to be right around 328,441. So. I've got the view set up in chase plane. I think the way I like them. We're gonna go ahead and align the IRSs. Start doing some. Pack should probably go to auto. Everything else is normal, normal. This is going to be fairly straightforward and simple, I would think. It's just going to be a matter of figuring out the EFB and all that good stuff. So we've got a fast align set on the IRSs. That's what we're doing now. From what I understand, there's no pause in it. It does that automatically. So what we need to do is finish this dispatch right quick. And I'm going to go edit the route. Just don't let me forget CI 200 is what we're looking at. We're on active sky weather. Winds are out of the north at 11 gust, or yeah, out of the north, gusting to 18. I'm going to assume a 2-5 right departure. We'll play it nice out of Phoenix. I don't know. Need to connect and see who's on. Why don't we connect to the network? We are a 789. And we don't need it, but our cell cal is QRCD. I had to make one up. I think this will connect me correctly. Yeah, I got to put the dash in there. I forgot. Let's take a look around and make sure I'm not spawned over anybody. It's likely there's going to be 1,000 users. Looks like we're okay. On the network, it's one departure JetBlue. So 2-5 right, I suppose. Denver's going to be, looks like in South Flow, we're at 119 Zulu. We're looking at a 3 a.m. on, so south flow there. It's going to be on the one. It's going to be 1-6 right. I already know that. Got so many freaking add-ons here. I don't even. Let's edit 2-5 right, 1-6 right. Yotes 5 JARPA, I believe, is what we normally do. Denver, Southwest RNAV. Peaks 3, O-Ray. That rings a bell. All the way to HIM A, and we'll take the ILS transition. Pretty easy. It's one we've done a million times. We'll put on SimConnect here. Should be able to see us right there. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll apply that. And that's pretty much all we need to do. There's no takeoff or landing data. We should be able to release this, send this to Vatsim, make sure we're a 789 slant Lima. 410, hour and 15 up. Not sure why it puts remarks TCAS in there. I'll have to go change that. So we're filed up here. We can export to the aircraft and we should be done. Well, let's hope that's all that's needed. Error occurred. How do I browse? Flight plans. Let's see if this works. Aha! Whew. It might have been over before it began. Alright, so now we can jump back in the plane, I hope. And what we'll do, so as you can see, I've got the current AirX cycle loaded. We are the Gen X 1B70 engines, AirX 1805, out program quality wings 1.1.0. That cycle's good until 26 May through June, or April through 23 May. So they should have a new cycle coming out here. Pausing it. We clear this message out. Just tell it what airport it's at, or where we're at. That should be it. So let's request, see if this works. Or do I have to go into the company route first? Alright, we'll figure this out. Shit, no stored flight plans. Alright, that's no problem. Let's see if by chance if it makes you... No.
Pre-flight checklist.
God dang it. We're AAL545. Our alternate's Colorado Springs. We're a 25 right departure and Yotes 5 JARPA and ILS 16 right. And I believe that's Kipper. Let's double check the trans. Oh no, not Kipper. Shred. No. Oh no, no, no. What am I doing? Kaylee. I believe we're on the peak. From Ure. Let's make sure. Activate and execute.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard this flight. May we remind you that all seat backs and tray tables need to be in the upright position. All carry-on items brought on board must be securely stowed either under the seat in front of you or in an open.
So we've got the
prior to pushback from the gate,
cabin announcements going.
The seatbelt is securely fastened. Personal cellular telephones may be used while parked at the gate with the main cabin door open.
So now what we can do is go to the EFB.
For customers seated in the row of seats identified by the words, "No children this row," please review the white safety card in the seat
Initialize flight.
The use of some portable electronic devices is prohibited while on board the aircraft.
I don't know why the dispatcher's in there, but...
use of approved devices such as personal computers and compact disc players is permitted. A complete list of approved devices.
Flaps 5, no intersection, we're dry. I'm gonna expand this a little bit so hopefully you guys can see this a little easier. So our ZFW is shown here. Should be able to calc that. And it should give us 123, 130, 139. I don't know what optimum is. It's not saying, but it's likely a full thrust takeoff, I guess. Now let me copy FMC data. Wind's 280 at 10 now. Let's... that's not the winds. Winds are 300 at 11. And the outside air temperature is 33. That's correct. 91 degrees. The QNH, I believe I have what we can do. QNH 1009 is what that equals. Go back to inches. And send to FMC. Appears to not be anything on there is not. It doesn't calculate that, but you gave me an idea. Yeah, flaps 5. Okay, I just want to make sure I had that. Yeah, it's going to take a little bit of learning and figuring out in our own pre-flight and flying about D rates. I talked about this in the last live stream, but so we're going to find out. So now I can accept this, the performance data. And one thing I need to set really quick is my trim. Where's the freaking menu bar? Let me go to FSU IPC real quick and set the elevator trim up, elevator trim down. I don't think that's gonna work. Oh yeah, it works. I think it should come up very slowly because I don't have hydros, if anything. Whoa. Can't tell if that's trimming. One thing we can do is just go turn on the demand pumps since I've got power and see if that will our trim value is 375. Oh, it is trimming. Okay. very slowly. 325 is what we want to trim to. I don't think this is, well, it's going slowly. Yeah, but Quality Wings has admitted they don't have a full, they're not using assumed temps, they're not using, they don't have it all modeled, put it that way. So theoretically, yes, is it going to hurt anything? It's just going to put some wear and tear on the engines, but that's not modeled, so. So I'm trying to trim down to 3 1/4 right now. There we go. Okay. So the V1 look, I know we're light and VR at 130. That's probably pretty close to where it should be. Our outside air temperature was 33. So we're just set to take off, climb 1. Oh, and our target N1 is going to be at 105.6. Take off page 2. So I'm going to set us up, and we'll see if it will actually do an NDAP2 departure if I change the acceleration height. Thrust reduction, we'll leave it 1500, engine out at 800. So back to the previous page, flaps 5, it's all set. So I guess we don't have to execute reserves. FAR reserves 7.0, really. Okay. What were we? 410, I think. And the default CI is 200, or we set 200 anyways. Okay, we can execute that. So our zero fuel weight 328.4. Normally we want this to match the 328.4. Look at that, matches the dispatch papers. Yeah, Raphael, it's probably good enough. It's not quite there for the hardest of the hardcores, but honestly, I think I still think it's a good add-on as far as for what most people are going to want it to do. Is it PMDG? No, not quite, but it's pretty stinking. It's close, put it that way. I just love the keypad on the freaking radios. Oh yeah. Whoops. I just wish they had this for Barrowmans, because it takes forever to roll up. I wish Boeing would do this in the real world. That would just be phenomenal. Whoops. So in case you're wondering, on my old system, with all this loaded up, Active Sky, ORBX, add-on scenery, I'm getting frames in the teens, but it is somewhat, it's smooth. and I can't really complain. Okay, so theoretically we're set up here. Obviously the ephes is quite different. When I range in, I like this right there. Look at that. I'm going to range all the way in, and you should see the airport come up here on the safe taxi. So we're here. I wonder if that color's changeable. I don't know if it is. We will go traffic, airports, pause, and data. I will go VSD and terrain when we get to the end of the runway. Auto brake to RTO. Flight directors can now come on. We're going to roll all the way up to 410 since we don't have ATC. LNAV and VNAV. And index takeoff. 139. So we're trimmed. Folks, I believe we're ready to go on APU. Check and make sure no ATCs come online. Here's the HUD, by the way. There we go. AAL545, all that set. Let me set the FO's ephes up, so to speak. All that's done through the drop down. So we could say MCP, MIP, CDU, CP, Preflight's all complete, and we're all set there. So what's going to be, and we've got the correct enunciations and the FMA, takeoff, go around. LNAV and VNAV are armed. I think that's the speeds are set. I believe it looks like it is. Show you the wing view out here. It's a pretty slick little plane. Let's go. We're not going to be on APU long enough. We'll just turn on the fuel pumps. Where's the damn APU switch? There it is. Right, and we'll be ready to push here shortly. We're going to find out if the takeoff go around and the auto throttle disconnect switch is one and the same, and if the autopilot master switch is one and the same. I'm really hoping it is. 258 on the heading, by the way. Whoops. It's not that damn automated. Weight units in pounds. All right. Hey, Bravo Whiskey Flight Simulation. Yeah, airport maps are here. It's all working. I don't know if you can see that. I'm zoomed in as far as I can zoom here. You can see that 0.5. So we're gonna. I think this is Romeo. Shit, I can't remember. Need to pull up. Yeah, that's Romeo. Here's us here on sim charts. So we're all set there. APU is running. Let me just go make sure. Should be all automatic on APU. APU gens are on. I think I can take us off ground power. Might want to close these doors up.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have just closed the main cabin door. All personal cellular telephones must be turned off and stowed for the duration of the flight. Flight attendants, prepare doors for departure, cross-check, and verify straps.
There goes the jetway. As soon as that's done, we'll push on out of here. You tried, but nothing there, huh? You have to have. I can't remember. Oh, you have to. You have to put a route in there, basically. Did you try doing that, or did you just try loading up and seeing range it in? You have to put something in the FMC for it to go. So let's push. Nose right to. Oh yeah, shoot. We need to go straight pushback. All right. So GSX is going to come around here. Going to give us a little push. Parking brakes are still on, as indicated on the ICAS.
Captain, we are ready for pushback.
Doors auto, APU running. Okay, that's all good. Boy, I've sure trimmed down a hell of a lot. This is gonna
Locking gear.
be interesting. Checklist on this.
Departure check completed. Live has been inserted. Release parking brakes. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start that wheel.
Alright, so we can start
Okay, starting
that
engines.
one. Beacon.
Ground the flight deck.
Oh, I like how the packs automatically go off.
Clear to start engines.
So you're gonna see auto start here, right on the ICAS, and then it'll go to running. Target N1 is set. D rate it to derate takeoff 130. Oh, 33C was the OAT. I wonder if that gave us an assumed temp. Just joined this where, yeah, hangs Phoenix to Denver on Vatsim. Oh, one thing I need to do, I'm in the movement area, is turn on the transponder. Whoops. So now we go to running on the iCache, you'll see that, and I'll go up to max motoring, it's max motoring. And then, did we have starter cutout? Did anybody hear? It doesn't matter, it's auto start. I can start them at any time, and it'll do it on its own. Bring in the fuel. There's auto start here. This one's running. This will extinguish here shortly, supposedly. Beacons on.
Parking brake.
Parking brake set. We're still in auto start. It's got a very nice hum and whine, by the way, if you guys are wondering about the default sounds.
Unlocking gear. Tow truck disconnected. Bypass being removed.
For some reason, GSX likes to overheat, fuel quantity low. Why are we overheating? Let's...
Left is clear. Right is clear.
1, 2. Is it 3 for... No, that's flaps 5 set. What is going on? Everything's in auto and looking good. We just had a shutdown? You sure did. Are we bugged? You gotta be kidding. It didn't happen before. Oh, fuck. So we've got a fault. Let's try to start again. Anybody know if I missed anything? Oh wow, we are failing. Fuel pressure, engine right. Let's see if we wait until we get a full shutdown, if we can bring this back on. This is not good. We're still in auto start. We've got fuel. Non-normal.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, this is your captain.
We'd like to add our welcome aboard today's flight. We're just finishing up our last minute paperwork, and once we've done that, we'll push back. We're estimating an on-time departure. In the cabin today are some of our finest flight attendants who are there for your comfort, but most of all for your safety, so we ask that you give them undivided attention whenever requested.
Taxi route is
once again, thanks for flying with us.
Standard reject
Sit back and relax, and I'll update you
depart
on
via
our
the
progress
SID,
once we're
climb to initial altitude. In the event of an emergency return, we'll coordinate with ATC. You'll fly the airplane, I'll run the checklist, and coordinate with the air traffic control company and the flight attendants. Any questions?
Let's try one more time. So, does anybody know why? Yeah, I know fuel quantity, but we have fuel. That's the thing here. We have gas. $28,170, no. So from the dispatcher did not actually set the fuel. So we know the dispatcher does not work because I set fuel and now it crapped out. Oh my god. So Jesus Pete's. 33,175 is what we want. There's no way to manually enter this either, so I have no idea. So it brought everything down. This is a bug, obviously. There's no way. It just gives percentages. This is crap. Alright, so the fuel dispatcher resets itself. Let's just go start again. I'm now going to have to bring up new numbers. Oh, fuck. Gotta be freaking kidding me. Fuel weight, zero fuel weight exceeds max gross weight. Oh, fuck. I mean, how is that even possible? I don't have any gas in here hardly. Well, this is going to be a huge problem. Max gross weight. I'm going to request a new Alright, let's see if this works. Let's fire up. Auto start. That's what I was afraid of. That external FS type dispatcher not going to work. We flat out need direct entries through the FMC, whether it's gross weight, zero fuel weight, and fuel and payload. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but so we need to make sure also I hear the hydros coming on. Just want to make sure everything didn't get cleared out. Alright, now we got a fuel imbalance because APU can come off. I haven't mapped the taxi light yet. Wonder if I can cross feed. No, I don't need to do that. I'll just run with the fuel balancer and go from there for these purposes. And the cross feed on. Should be okay. I'm probably blocking. Alright, flaps 5 set. Let's get out of here and taxi over. 25 right. Oh, I noticed the frickin'. There we go. It should de-link the rudder. There we go. Now that I'm on tiller, that's one nice thing. So if you're used to using PMDG like I am, you'll be a little disappointed in obviously in how to set fuel and all that crap. And I tried the sliders too externally, and by the way, there's no easy way to, like, if you dispatch through PFPX and you're trying to match the amount of fuel, there's no easy way to get a good value with those sliders. It's all done via the mouse. If they would just allow keyboard entry into their dispatcher, I think that would probably solve a lot of it. It taxi's nice though, I'll give it that. Although I'm needing some full thrust. I'm about halfway. And it's veering. So the P3D winds are playing their usual games on the airplane a little bit. Not too bad though. Sky Chef needs to watch out what he's doing, doesn't he?
Flight attendants, please be seated for departure.
I just hate having to roll with that message. We'll turn on some cockpit lights here in just a second. We're going to see if the trim values work too, I can tell you that much. So I'm at idle and she's pretty much coasting along like she should. She should roll at idle thrust. So I'm going to set the park brake here for just a second. Landing lights. Turn off. Wing and strobe. Jesus, okay. We're good there. Find out where the lights are. Panel flood, we don't need flood. Check of the approach area. Boy, those are some bright freaking lights, aren't they? Holy smokes. Okay. Transponder's on. What we want to do is go terrain or traffic. And we're going to range out. Whoops. Terrain and VSD. Alright, you guys ready to get out of here? Flaps 5 set. Takeoff 33.3 set. Target N1 1056. I guess we can start the flight clock. Forgot to block out though, didn't I? Let's get out of here. I think we're good. Hey, I think I'm using the GEs, the Gen X engines.
Approaching 25 right.
Alright, 25 right on the signs, 25 right paint on the ground, 25 right verified, 258 on the heading. Taxi's like a dream though, I'll give it that. Ground handling's wonderful compared to PMDG.
On runway 25 right.
Alright, I think it's 50% and then toga. Okay, I heard it set. That did not work, so we're going to go with the click spot.
Check thrust.
So bad news, we don't have key mappings yet for auto throttles and takeoff thrust and all that crap.
Check.
80 knots check, cross check, 2 good engines. And
rotate.
we did not get our
V2.
we got no flight controls. Oh, you have to be fucking kidding me. Alright. I'm gonna do this on the network. Bear with me really quick. This is what I was afraid of. So SimConnect has an issue. We're gonna fix this real quick. Yeah, the engine sounds pretty good. There we go. Okay, whoa.
Positive brake.
So the trim values, gear coming up. The trim values were not correct either. We can engage the autopilot.
Pilot on.
So
Autopilot to come in.
it did not calculate trim correctly. We're through our up speed. We can go flaps up. As you can see,
With our flight underway, I'd like to once again welcome you. I'd also like to offer a special welcome to our pilot Club flight. You will be earning.
so LNAV's tracking okay. Holy cow. Thing climbs like a bat out of hell. So you can see in the VSD that VNAV's jumping quite a bit. But we're not restricted.
Now we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight.
At least it's staying below 250. Now we can turn terrain off. We can get rid of the VSD.
Ladies and gentlemen, the use of a Bluetooth portable electronic devices is now permitted.
Through 10,000. Fuel imbalance, we've got rid of that. Playing around with the lights here. Is there any lighting on Just trying to get some so all I need is the MCP lighting.
Altimeter setting.
Set standard. Yeah, it's just gonna take a while to work the quirks out, I think, on the on this. I don't know what we got a caution for. Excuse me, that should have extinguished. May know how to get the MCP lights up. It's not charts. That doesn't do anything. HUD brightness. Maybe it's right here. There we go. God dang it. Topping in 30s, so it's performs a little better than the PMDG. Top of climate Yotes, that's probably okay. Did I not select airports? That's some wing flex, isn't it? There's a SATCOM right there. All right, 5:26 to go. What time is it here? 217Z, 315Z, about another hour to go. Should have you on the ground. So thanks for tuning in. This is the first flight. Let's have a look at us here on VatSpy. See if we're coded correctly. AAL545 is a 787-900 slant Lima. We were good to go. Denver approach is on. Is there no outboard flood, I guess? Whoops. Hey, Jake. So the FPS I'm getting now at cruise is, however, it's fluctuating from the teens to the 20s, but it's smoother. So, and I have a low-end system that's running Active Sky, ORBX, everything. That's all the add-ons you could pretty much possibly freaking load. Oh man, I forgot to hit fly now. So, and I don't know if the stream accurately represents that or not, but so anybody with a current medium system should be able to run this fairly decent. One thing I did not check and see is if it exported the flight plan. I have a feeling it didn't. Oh well, no, that's the last one. That's 390. That's not the current one. So these are current. This is a turbulence. I'm trying to yawn. Below 180. So that's where we're at on Active Sky. It's pretty much severe clear. As you can see, it's pretty much severe clear all the way through. And we're just now hitting top of climb. We're throttling back. So our CI, what did we hit? 200. It's going to give us Mach 0.85 roughly. Yeah, I think the sounds are pretty good. I just turned them up a little in FS. I'm probably going to turn them up a little bit more, actually. Do that now because it's probably hard to hear in the sim. And obviously they are a little quieter than normal, but oh yeah, Jake, high-end system, I can't imagine any issues. Yeah, I mean, you can see I'm not clicking. Now this is locked spot view, so but see how smooth it's bringing the scenery in? So they've done pretty good. I don't know how to explain it. Normally in PMDG you might see some clipping in the scenery, but so let's see, we'll take a look around. Grand Canyon off to the west, our left side, Gallup to the north, of us. That's where we're at. So yeah, I think with a little building, this might work. Now I have no idea how I'm going to disco the auto throttle. The only bad thing is they do not have key assignments, as far as I know. If anybody does know that they do, let me know. Because I have an X56 Rhino, and I have normally the autopilot on. I wonder if oh no, that does work.
Autopilot on.
But
Autopilot to commit.
takeoff thrust and auto throttle disconnect I cannot set, as far as I know, off of my throttles or any other button. I guess we could go look and I don't know why that's yellow. I'm not sure if this is just not modeled or there's click spots here. Captain. Anyways, I don't know why 25 right went to yellow. Not sure the purpose of that. I haven't really. This doesn't work. Also, if you guys have the 777, these checklists are 10 times smoother than PMDG. I mean, 10 times smoother. So, pretty nice. If you're wondering why the CDU is so bright, it's because I got the floodlight on. It's a little bright, but I think you can turn down the brightness somewhere over here. Pretty sure you can turn that down if you want. Contrast here. Oh, well, no, maybe those don't work. Thought they worked. Anyways, it's not a showstopper. So it looks like Farmington, New Mexico is coming up here in the 160 ring here. We're getting 38 knots tailwind. It's giving us 520 across the ground right now. And we're headed to JARPA. I don't think the Yotes 5 is geo-referenced. I can't remember. Yeah, it doesn't support movie maps. So, anyways, we're coming up on JARPA. So I'll flip us over to the peaks. And so this is an RNAV arrival. This will be geo-referenced. And we're taking it from Ouray straight on in. And we're planning on a 16 right approach. So we'll see how this does, especially in speed intervene. Or I guess it's not speed intervene. I think I just pushed this in for push the speed knob in probably, and then roll the speed down. Oh, there's a cabin chime. That's nice. Overhead panel. Not quite sure what that does. Fuel quantity low. God damn it. So even with that, it's still, there's some performance issues. It's freaking ridiculous. There's no reason why we should be low on fuel. I may have screwed something up. I don't think I did. Still 136. Actually, I'm curious to see, is there an R&P way to set R&P? There's no progress page 4. There's no forecast descents. As far as I know, there's no wind data. That's kind of not good. So that's kind of odd. So how do you not even get wind data? Surely that can't be correct. How is VNAV supposed to even work without wind data in there, guys? I mean, I guess that's why it's only 70 bucks. So this has basic VNAV. So I expect to end up on the V-speed wheel a lot. We'll see how it goes. We'll monitor this on the way down. So hopefully this wasn't a bust buy. I guess we'll find out. Anyways, what are we? 24 minutes into the flight. 0232Z. So about 45 minutes or so. So we found out the trim values were not correct, right? .375. Of course, with bad performance data, it's hard to say for sure. That just kills me. There's no frickin' wind data in here. Probably have to read up some more on this maybe. So Telluride coming up here. Will be just east of Telluride. You boy. Probably check Twitch chat and see if that'll be, because I'm using chase plane, it's going to be interesting to see how we land this thing with the eye point and all that, the viewpoints. Don't expect me to frickin', don't go setting your bread out on the center line just yet. That's all I got to say. A little cloudy, but it's bringing it in smooth. I can dig it. We can find out if there's any. See if it's raining. Whoops. Notice this has airspace and for information, flight information region display, but doesn't appear to be to do anything. I do like this wide format display for navigational wise, situational awareness. It's really nice. Oh boy. Denver ATIS 125.6. Let's play with the radio here.
Landing runways 16 left, 16 right, 17. Departing runways 825, 17 right. Respect all hold zone instructions. Notices to landing. Squawk low C on the ramps and taxiways. Aircraft must respect assigned heading or first waypoint with takeoff clearance. Advise on initial contact. You have information Delta.
Delta.
Denver.
Alright, tunes into Vatsim with not a problem. Hey Shane, how's it going? East 121.5. Hey, I don't know if the ELT is modeled on this. I thought I saw somewhere where there was a check. Wonder if the fire overhead test. That works. I think it would be up here somewhere. Got to make that cabin chime louder. I'm sorry. It's just not simming without hitting the ding dong button 5,000 times during flight. Oh yeah, I mean if anybody's I don't know if we can just communicate on guard like that on Vatsim. I don't think I've ever tried it. Denver approaches 123.50. Set that in there. Hopefully Center will jump on here. So far, it's a Wednesday. There's just nobody on. Now, is that Oakland? Oceanic? Yeah, they're on. They've got one airplane. Here's us here just inside of ZDV. Whoops. It's the HUD click spot. Yeah, 122.8's Unicom, so when you're on Vatsim and with no ATC, everybody goes to Unicom and self-announced via text. So right now, coming up just short of Durango in about 40 miles. The simulator just... Uh-oh. Oh, shit. I believe we just crashed, guys. CTD. Yep. Oh, wow. That's the first time I've had a CTD on Prepared 3D. Very first time. Guys, that's that. Oh, my. That I'd never had with PMDG. I can tell you that. Alright. Well, guys. Sorry about that. We're going to cut it off. We just CTD'd. Crashed to desktop. Interesting. I don't know what to say about that. Other than thanks for tuning in. It's going to take longer for me to load this up and get going again, Shane. So I'm probably going to cut this off here. And I am, as you can see, in the forums for the 787. So... that'll be a post. Interesting. I mean, I'm using P3DV4 64-bit, so holy cow. Anyways, appreciate everybody tuning in for that. I know stuff happens in the sim world, but having a CTD like that out of the blue, there's got to be a problem somewhere, and presumably with the aircraft. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna shut her down. Thanks for tuning in for a weird edition of the Max Duty Day channel. So we'll see you guys later, and we'll figure it out. So.